It's important. I got this book today. Apparently, presumably, it went on the shelf July 24th, 2022. I didn't remember seeing it. Presumably, it went for discount on March 13th, 2023. I got it today. Here's the receipt. All right. I got it at 12:32 p.m. with what I understand was, again, another manner in which somebody gave me money because they're flipping my house title. I waited a couple of days. There's a lot of reasons why. It's called Flint's Emergency Treatment and Management by Cain, Cain. 6th edition. Harvey, get that. Harvey D. Cain, MD, JD. Chief of Occupational Medicine and Rehabilitation, Permanente Medical Group in Kaiser Foundation Hospital, Sacramento, California. It's from 1980. That would make this the 43rd year, wouldn't it? Yeah. All right. Right. Okay. Well, here's the thing. How long ago was it when they threw this out? All right. All right. This is an old book. I mean, you can't really sell it because it's too old, right? Look at that. All right. When was this one? What was this one? What's the date on this? You see that? This is specifically important today because of what March 26th of 2023 means, right? Now, I've had this one for several months. I've had it in a very specific place with other things. There's a reason why I haven't identified it or indicated it before, including in connection with how this book was. I took a photo of it after I got the book, and I put it in a specific folder on my recorder. Those pictures were obtained at another time as part of a process, and it's the reason why I haven't, as of yet, taken the voice files I did when I was reviewing 6 crises and put them in that folder. I will now. I will do that within the next 48 to 72 hours. Why? Because Richard Nixon completed his mission. Just so you know. I have 2 other items I acquired today. Neither one of them have been opened. You know what that means? The seal isn't broken. And that's very important in consideration of what those items are. But this is what it also proves. That it was, in fact, that virulent and that disgusting an anti-Semitic hate crime. It really fucking was. And it wasn't just anti-Semitic. It was a hate crime on a monumental level, including an anti-Chinese and Chinese-American hate crime that is actually so contemptible that it really, really makes me sad. It makes me sad because it is completely disrespectful in major, major ways to who otherwise would have been my Secretary of Energy. She's actually at that level. But what ended up happening in the convergence of these events, where nobody said anything about how anti-Semitic it is, it also turned into another round of completely unacceptable anti-Chinese and anti-Chinese American hate crimes. Now, I know I'm supposed to focus on what? It's also an anti-black hate crime. But here's the problem. Somehow these completely disgusting hate crimes are allowed to be meted out under the auspices that there are people who are representatives of their respective communities that are being subjected to these hate crimes that are entitled to promulgate them against others. And all of this happened, and all of the Jews I've ever known have been killed, and I'm supposed to accept that all of the Jews have been killed, including me, including the Jew that up until this morning, you kept trying to get me to agree. Finally, please, you understand. No. I have to fight it every fucking day. I've had to fight it ever since the beginning of fucking December, especially. Up until this morning, when you confirmed how completely disgustingly egregious your anti-fucking Semitic hate crimes are. And then this is what happens today? You see, the thing is, in a lot of ways, all of these defaults you're trying to compel have one implication. But as of today, you fucking forfeited, and you forfeited fucking huge. Don't mention Belarus again. Don't mention fucking Belarus as part of this disgusting anti-Semitic hate crime again. Why? Because you guys were so fucking concerned about whatever it is you thought gave you the leverage or the justification for committing these kinds of hate crimes that you left that fucking shit out on the street. And I fucking found it within the last 20 fucking days. And you had every fucking intention of doing status quo because that's how disgusting this is. Do not mention Belarus a fucking again. You're using Belarus as an excuse to promulgate completely disgusting anti-Semitic hate crimes, including in this bullshit race equity swap out that would have done what? Every single time a woman I used to work with, including a woman of color I used to work with, comes up in connection with what she was qualified to do, you guys assassinate her. You assassinate her, and then you say there's some other woman it's entitled to go to. You've done this ever since I announced my cabinet. And that's notwithstanding the Jews, right? You did this intentionally and willfully. You set this up this way. All the people I used to know, apparently, all you did with the people I used to know who actually did things, who actually had qualifications at that level, well, it's like you just decided you were going to take my past history and all the people I used to know that were competent are nothing more in your book than your fucking personal race equity swap outs. You're going fucking down. Every single one of you, male, female, I don't give a shit. You had no right to do this to me because you did it to them too. You did it to them too. And I am not going to let you off the hook for what you did to her today. I am not letting you off the hook for what you would have done to the fucking First Lady.